Hello everyone, it's me again. I'm back with another sketchbook video. In this one I'm going to be filling a double page of my sketchbook with just random patterns, so I'm just going to be having fun. I didn't plan this out beforehand other than to know which pencils I was going to use, which are, by the way, the Derwent Drawing Pencils tin of 24, which are the ones I reviewed the other day, and you can find that video on my channel. If I can figure out how to do it, I will try and put a link in at the top of this video. I've seen other people do that. I haven't done that yet because I don't know, technology. But yeah, I'll try and do that, and if not, you will be able to find it because it will be the video that was uploaded before this one. But yeah, I really love these pencils, but there are a couple of aspects to them that I'm not so keen on, but that doesn't stop me from loving them, so they're that good. I'll talk about that a little bit later. I don't know whether those of you who listen to my videos mind if I kind of hesitate sometimes when I'm speaking or say quite a bit. I've noticed that I do that, and I try to cut them out in the editing so it flows a little bit better, but actually I'm kind of getting tired of trying to make everything oh dear, do you hear that? This is a point in case normally I would stop recording and then had to start up again, and actually that little tinkly sound you heard was our ring system going off. So I might have to stop just to remove Dominic's iPad from the room at some point, but yeah, I'm going to leave that in because when I'm doing recordings, voiceover recordings, honestly it takes me so long because I have all sorts of different noises to contend with, unexpected noises. That sounds terrible, not those kind of noises. But yeah, basically I keep re-recording it over and over and over again, and it's actually taking me so long to do that. Then the videos get delayed by a couple of days, and I'm just kind of tired of doing that now. I think I'm just going to talk to you as if you were sitting opposite me, and it doesn't really matter if I'm umming. What do you think? Does that sound okay? Okay, let's get on with the narration for this video, shall we? So yeah, with these pencils, I decided that I wanted to play around with them a bit more, and I really enjoyed the last segment of the previous video where I layered some of them just to see how different colours layered over the others, and I thought, I know I would like to fill a double page spread in my sketchbook with just random patterns. So that's what I'm doing. There was no pre-planning. As I'm going along, I really have no idea what I'm going to do next. I just completely went with the flow. So I choose a different colour, just whatever took my fancy at that moment, and I just wanted to try a variety of different things to see what I could do with these pencils. There are a couple of things, as I mentioned earlier, that I'm not so keen on. One of them was when I tried to sharpen them to a fine point, I found that the point would, when I applied pressure to the paper, it would break a little bit. So that was a problem. It didn't completely break off or anything like that. They seem pretty sturdy, but yeah, that was a little bit annoying. But that's a minor thing. It only happened on, I think 2 or 3 of them, not very many. And yeah, you can kind of get over that. But yes, I do like to get quite a point on my pencils, so that's going to be a little bit of a challenge, I think, with these ones. And the other thing was, when you press hard, certainly with certain colours, you get a lot of little dusty bits coming off. I think I've said this before, that I don't know what else to call them other than dusty bits. So you have to keep blowing them off the paper. And that's a little bit annoying because if they happen and you don't blow them off the paper quickly enough, you end up smudging it, which is a bit irritating. But I noticed that there's another art YouTuber the other day, and I noticed she had like a little fan brush that she was brushing those bits off with. So maybe that's what I need rather than constantly blowing on my sketchbook. But yeah, apart from that, I'm really loving these pencils. You can see how beautiful the colours are. And I think I tried to use virtually every pencil over these 2 pages. I don't think I quite managed it, but I used most of them. I probably used about at least 20 out of the 24, I think. So I know I'm going to enjoy using them in my work. It would be a challenge actually to create a piece using just these pencils and not relying on any other media. That's something I might do actually. I wonder whether to do that in a future video. Could be quite interesting. Yeah, as I said, I'm just using these for, you know, this sketchbook spread, but it's just in my sketchbooks, not like a finished work of art. Yeah, so I don't want you judging it because I feel like I'm really vulnerable sharing this stuff. It's it's quite a strange feeling to show this kind of work online, but I'm really enjoying it. I think you've all been quite kind so far, which has helped. But you know what my finished work looks like, and well, hopefully most of you do. I think most of you are regular viewers. If you're a new viewer, hello, by the way, welcome. It's really nice to have you here. Yeah, I have a very small channel at the moment, but it does seem like it's been growing a little bit more quickly just lately, which is really nice. And I have been making an effort to put out longer videos and, you know, just try and vary what I'm doing as well. The art hauls and the reviews of products are quite a new thing for me, and I'm really enjoying doing it. So there will be more of those coming up in the future. But yeah, this was just totally go with the flow. What do I feel like drawing next? There's no rhyme or reason to it, or at least I don't think there is. It was really fun to draw like this. It's very freeing. It's taken me a long time to give myself the permission to just get my sketchbook and just go, right, I'm sitting down for an hour or two and I'm just going to draw, and I'm just going to draw whatever comes into my head, and it doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to be a finished work of art. I never used to do this, and I'm really glad I am, because I think it's actually all these like little experiments are finding their way somehow into my finished pieces of artwork. I decided to speed up this bit of footage because I thought it's quite fun to have some of it speeded up. I like watching my hand drawing really quickly. And sometimes when I'm working to deadlines, I wish I could actually have a hand that works that quickly. Yeah, there was one thing actually that I wanted to ask you. I find that with coloured pencils, some more than others, not so much the Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils, but the Caran d'Ache Luminance and these ones, these Derwent Drawing Pencils, they both transfer a lot in my sketchbook. So say if I've done like a double page spread like this, when I work on subsequent pages, I find that pressing down, there will be transference between the pages, which really is quite annoying. And I'm wondering how you stop this. So do some of you use fixative in your sketchbooks? I was thinking I'm going to have to do it for things like the pastels. I have some new pastels to work with, which I haven't made a video on properly yet, so I'm going to do that. But I thought, well, they're going to really transfer. You need to fix those because they're very chalky. But I wasn't expecting pencils to transfer as much as they do. So I'm thinking I'm just going to spray my sketchbook and hope that works out okay. But if any of you have any little tips, and you could let me know what you do, that would be really interesting to know. Thank you. I would love to know, because all of this is quite new to me. Previously, I have really been a painter rather than somebody who works with dry media. So I'm kind of learning as I go along, and that was the point of these videos. And I've put them into a playlist called My Sketchbook Journey on my channel, because I just kind of feel like it's really interesting to document the journey I'm on with this. And I'm sure that I'm going to look back on these and be so glad that I filmed a lot of it. And I hope it goes to show that basically it doesn't matter how long you've been a full-time artist, a professional artist, you can always learn new things. This is what I have realised over the past year, is that I would never have expected to, I wouldn't say I've really changed my direction in that I'm creating completely different work or anything like that. My work looks still very much like my work, whether it's in pencil or whether it's in paint. Even if I change the medium I'm working in, it seems like I have my style now. And that took, I think, quite a few years for me to really develop my style. This is not an overnight thing. I might talk a bit more about that actually in a future video. I keep coming up with these ideas for future videos. I really need to write everything down before I forget. But nudge me actually if you'd like me to talk about that, so I don't forget to talk about finding my style and how long that took, and how I did it and all of that kind of stuff. Because I think it's an interesting topic for a lot of people who are interested in art and perhaps haven't found their style yet. But yeah, I think I'm sort of established enough now that I have my style, and it doesn't really matter which medium I work in. I still retain that style, which was a relief because I don't really want to drastically change. But what I would like to do is experiment more, and I want to kind of take it into an exciting new place, if that makes sense. I remember when I got to this stage, I was like, I'm not even sure where this is going or what I'm doing. So I just continued on, and I just thought I would add a few more patterns at the bottom of the page. But it's kind of strange working like this in a way without any pre-planning. You really don't know where it's going to go. And this page didn't turn out anything like I expected. I had a vision in my head which was much more like the first couple of patterns I did at the top of the left-hand page, and I wasn't expecting it to be quite so, I don't know, crazy. I guess I expected it to be a bit more muted and subtle, a bit like those little green bushes or plants or whatever they are on the top left. But yeah, it just went where it went, and you never know, you might hit upon something new, like a new technique or a new colour combination, or just, I don't know, just a shape you really like or a way of working. So it's always worth just playing around and allowing yourself to have fun with it. And of course you don't have to share yours with thousands of people on the internet. There are a lot of things I do that I don't necessarily share with other people. Whether they'll ever see the light of day, I don't know. But I'm thinking of doing some sketchbook tours, both for my art process club on Ko-fi and also here on YouTube. I always share a little bit extra on Ko-fi. It's like with the art classes that I do on there, I show a lot of detail and I share lots of tips and advice and techniques. They really get a close-up look at how my work is created. So yeah, I try to balance out the content between here and there, and share a little bit of everything if I can. We're coming to the end of the 2 pages now. It looks pretty good. It's not bad, is it, for just playing around without a plan? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's given you some inspiration or confidence to just experiment and allow yourself some time just to play around with your materials. As always, thank you for watching. I'll be back soon with another video. So until then, take care, stay creative, and keep experimenting.